Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. We have some news. We have some 2K18 news now. Why am I saying news like that? Anyway, MyGM looks amazing. Now, it's quite nuts. Like, you have a story mode in MyGM now. So picture my career, but as a general manager. It sounds just as amazing. Now, just look at some of these screenshots. We have a screenshot of Joel Embiid telling us that him and Andrew are the same position and they're both starters. And he's asking, is that just crossed his mind? Now, this is cool because that's something Joel Embiid would say. To be honest, just the way he said it, and it looks like the way he would say it. Now you can even talk to the owner, Bob Sanderson. You can just like, I just hope you can pull it off. I wouldn't want to be missing a chance to change the course of the franchise history. And if we don't pull it off, then obviously it could be like, you know, it's just like the interruptions over 2K in MyGM have been unbearable. You get like 100 interruptions in a week. It is not, and it's super annoying. So yeah, it looks amazing. MyGM and MyLeague now have a story mode, and it looks cool. It looks really cool. Now I'm wondering if the story mode aspect is just MyGM, like the MyGM. Like if you do MyLeague and you're the owner, like could you just talk to the players? Could you talk to the GM? Could you? It's just there's so many questions to be answered. Like I think that's just the MyGM aspect is the story mode, and MyLeague's just like, okay, you are the owner of a team. So yeah, another thing that is coming into the game is max contracts. We can now offer players like a Curry's $201 million contract over 5 years. You can actually give that to players now, which is really amazing. They've introduced veteran contracts and designated extensions, as well as rookie scale contracts, which is just amazing. Now, another thing that's coming to the game is the G League. It was known as the D League. It is now the G League. Now, it's a little annoying because you can't actually play the games. But obviously, you can see younger players developed. I wonder if this is... I'm hoping this isn't as... Like, you see the Summer League in, like, the off-season. But I've rarely ever seen someone actually play it. I hope it's not going to be that kind of thing where it's just like, it's cool, but then... It's just like, I don't really feel like playing it anymore. I hope that, you know, the more you watch, the more the guys play in the G League, I hope it kind of like helps them grow a little bit more. I hope that's kind of like a thing. So apparently now you can draft from international places. So imagine if you go to China, you see someone that's like 23. Could you then like just like, yo, come on, come play for the best league in the world? Could you? That seems like it could be amazing. Like if they're, you know, if you say Jimmer Fredette, for example, you see him, he's just on an expired contract, just like, yo, come play for us. That could be cool. Now, another thing that we have is an analytics tool. Now, this seems like it could be one of the most in-depth things I've ever seen. You can see, you can basically see every single stat based off of a player. Now, I'm wondering if I presume the dots are, you know, each individual player. So like you're looking at points per game versus 3-pointers per game. So you can see Curry takes around about 3.5 to 4 3-pointers a game, or makes 3.5 to 4 3-pointers a game while averaging 25 points per game. Wait, I'm reading that graph wrong. That is not that dot's not in the right place based off of the stats that they've been given. Now, we can actually have the trade draft rights. I don't know why it's taking this long for this to be in the game, but in the game, you have to draft the player and then you have to instantly sign them. But now in the game, you can draft them and then you can basically trade them away then, which, thank God that's finally been introduced, because that's pretty annoying. Another thing they have improved is the draft class generation. I like the quote of this. Looking back on 2K17, we just weren't satisfied with the depth of players coming out of the generated draft classes. So now they have a more appropriate spread of attributes and tendencies, which is just, thank you 2K. Hopefully the players look a bit more realistic, because the players have... Another thing they got added is when you create or relocate a team, you can actually just make alternate uniforms for it, which, big thumbs up. Thank you, 2K. Another thing is you can just rebrand in your existing arena. Now in 2K17, I don't think you have to move, but you can stay in the same city, but I don't think you can stay in the same arena. So now you can just change up the Staples Center if you want, or Madison Square. Can you imagine changing Madison Square Garden? Another thing they have is you can actually be a part of the All-Star selection. Now, that's in terms of what the host city is. That just sounds great. I hope the obviously I hope the arena like varies over each, but no more generic arenas, which thank you 2K, because every arena looks exactly the same. I hope that when you like the more years you go, because in 2K17, if you're in the year 2069, you still use the 2016 All-Star jersey. So I hope there's a bit more variety in there, just so it can look a bit better. Now, another thing that's interesting is when you talk to the press in 2K17, you can say like, "Oh, how do you feel? Like, what do you think you want to improve more in the offseason?" You say the starters, the bench players, or the coaches. Now, in this screenshot of Doc Rivers, you can actually see like he's responding to what you said in the press, which it seems like morale means hardly anything in 2K17. Like, morale's down, oh, okay, they're just not going to sign for you. In this, they actually respond to you, and it's just amazing. Another thing that's pretty nice is you can bookmark your favorite creators. So now you can basically just search for like an existing user, like Infamous NY. You know, he's made a lot of rebrands, and they're amazing. He's done an NCAA rebrand, not NCAA. No, is it NCAA? I can't remember. It's one of them. It's another league that he's done a full rebrand for. So that is nice knowing that, well, we can obviously just click of a button and oh, all of his content is there. Now, another thing they've added is a player accessory frequency. So I think, so imagine if, so the way I'm picturing this in my head is Melo's frequency for his armband and his headband is probably pretty high, but then low, you could probably, okay, you can add, you know, a wristband or a full arm sleeve or something like that. So that's a nice little thing to keep it a little bit fresh. Another thing, you can create a random player in basically in the middle of the season. You can just be like, oh, I feel like just here, you're new player, just go in there. And I see, it seems like you're actually talking, like you're the GM, you're talking to what seems like another member of the press, and you're telling him about the player, which this game, like, I'm really looking forward to MyGM and MyLeague. Like, it's unbelievable how much I'm looking forward to it at the moment. It looks redone, it looks amazing, it looks really, really good. I'm very, very excited, and I'm so happy that I get this game 5 hours early than everyone else, so I can make some nice content for the 12 AM Eastern Standard release. So at midnight on the 11th, I believe, be prepared for a couple of MyGM videos. So I'm excited for MyGM. It looks absolutely amazing, and I hope you guys are excited for it too. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more 2K news, and oh my god, I cannot wait. Roll on September so I can finally play this. It looks absolutely insane. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Take care. Peace.